Hey Paul, it's Harmon here at the Georgetown Kia dealership, making a video for you. I'm going to go through my process of buying as-is vehicles. If there's any questions that you have, or you'd like for me to make another video touching up on anything, please let me know. So I'll start off with the front. Right now, I'm just going to show you condition, and then I'm going to start getting into some functions, okay? Brakes and rotors look good, a lot of depth, even tire depth looks really good as well. I hope the video does it justice. Same thing on the back, good depth on the rotors. Pads I truly can't see, but tread I can see. So these are things that I look for when buying an as-is. And shortly we'll obviously go into lights and all of that as well. So the unit does show incredibly well. Let's take a look at some things. So first things first, let's pop the hood. And again, so tires to me look good, rotors to me look good, brake pads I can't see. I'm always looking inside to make sure there's no imminent sign of rust. I know they're notorious for the top liner as well. I look at all wheel welds. Looks like there was rust proofing done once upon a time. So even the inside, like, I know this has nothing to do with safety, but no rips, no tears, no burns. So again, I look at all the wheel welds. So definitely the vehicle has been rust proofed once upon a time, but no imminent signs of any rust. See a small little discoloration in here, but again, nothing significant on the liners, on the bumpers, on the rockers. So
camera in line 102, camera in line 102.
So far, all looks good to me. Let's take a look at the engine bay. There it is. Okay. Okay, so we got the hood up. Just gonna do a little bit of a pan for you. Battery looks like installed after purchase, so a little bit newer. If there's anything in particular you need me to re-show, please let me know. No issue at all. Now I'm gonna check out, so a couple things all check off on my list, but main thing, let's turn it on and see what's going on there. Alrighty. So vehicle fires up, shows check ignition system. Okay, I see a check engine light, traction control light, and tire pressuring light as well. So to me, it makes me think that the vehicle may need, you know, and this is obviously take into consideration a bunch of factors, but I've certified a couple as-is vehicles for friends and family that just need a vehicle to go A to B, a yard vehicle. I got some family that drive truck and just need something to keep in what is the yard where their trucks are. And the main thing I've had to do is, if, you know, brakes and rotors look good, I might need to change some spark plugs and do a transmission flush and oil change. And I've typically been lucky to get away with those kind of things there. So what I want to do is I want to turn on the lights, because again, to keep your safety as low as possible, as long as tires are good and brakes are good and rotors are good and lights are good, you may be only focusing on things like spark plugs and transmission flush and so on. So gonna turn the lights on. So front lights and fogs are working. My apologies. headlights are not. So lights will have to be considered in the safety. Let's see. Oh no, never mind. Lights are good. Your front fogs are all good. Your front headlights are all good. You gotta turn on the indicators. Sorry, I'm running around. I'm just doing it as if I'm, checking for myself. So I like to see those things. Indicators are working. Brake lights are working. I can't check that, unfortunately, being by myself, but gives me a positive notion that brake lights work, indicators work, so on and so forth. So all the mechanisms inside are working. I can feel my seat getting warmer. These buttons to automatically move my seats around are working. Let's give this guy a shot and see how that's going. Nice. Another big thing I check is that heat is working. I'm gonna let it come out. And just for now, I'll drive it around within my lot. So another notion came up, check BSA and check tire pressure. All right. Come for a little drive with me through Georgetown Kia. Okay, I'm just gonna go up my lot and back down just to see how it's feeling. So there's some shifts happening. I'm not feeling anything alarming. I'm not feeling anything like pulsating, or I'm not feeling anything kind of grabbing, or like what I'm looking for always is, is the transmission skipping, or does it is it not sounding the right way, and hot air is coming out now as well. So I'm gonna give it a little tiny rip just to kind of get a notion for myself how the RPMs feel. Okay, there's a shift, another shift. Definitely hot air is coming out now. All right, for one more check that I do, and I'm sorry if the video is a little bit long, but I just want to, you're coming from far away, and dude, I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity. I do a full turnaround to hear kind of the arms, sway bars underneath, make sure there's nothing grabbing. Just gonna listen in for a second. All right, nothing alarming at all. Okay, one last check. I'm gonna go full, quick turnaround, and just listening out for it. Okay. So Paul, for my check, this is something that I personally wouldn't be too alarmed with. The check engine light makes me a little worrisome, but you never know until you start to do some work to it. So I got a really good mechanic that I work with. This is a vehicle that I would feel confident in taking over to him and saying, to scan. From my general idea of dealing with this would be, I've done it about 4 times now, mainly with Nissan and Honda. Maybe I've come across lucky vehicles, but I've had check engine lights on before that just needed those 2 services. So oil change, spark plugs, transmission flush, and I've got vehicles certified and put on road. If there's anything you need, please let me know. The unit's been getting a lot of attention just because of the price point it's at. So if this is something that you'd like to secure, let me know. Furthermore, if there's any questions you have or you'd like me to show in depth, we can FaceTime. And again, I appreciate the opportunity. Ciao.